When thinking of movie villains, characters such as Thanos, Scar, Wicked Witch, and many more villains pop into people's minds. And while all of those characters are great villains, an antagonist that comes to mind is Terrence Fletcher. He's one of my favorite antagonists and my favorite type of villain. And I'd love to explain why. Now, for anyone who's watching this and has no idea what I am talking about, Fletcher comes from the movie Whiplash, played by one of the most underrated actors of all time, J.K. Simmons. I mean, seriously, this guy is in so many movies. He has a range of characters from voice acting as Omni-Man to J. Jonah Jameson, and just any movie you can think of, there's a good chance that J.K. is in there. But this has to be one of his top 3 best performances of all time. I mean, it's become a meme, he's become an icon. His quotability in this movie is insane, and honestly, he deserves all the praise he gets. Hey, real quick, can you like and subscribe? Because like 99% of you who watch these videos aren't subscribed. Okay, bye. Whiplash is a movie about a kid named Andrew Neiman, following his dreams of becoming a world-renowned drummer. He's going to the best school for music, Schaefer, and starts off in beginning band. One day, he's practicing, and Fletcher hears him and walks in and starts talking to him about his playing. This is the first introduction to the character of Fletcher. He enters the scene, and while he doesn't start off as an antagonist, he slowly starts to enforce his presence with Neiman, not giving him clear instructions and expecting him to know what to do next. I feel like this is Fletcher's best weapon throughout the whole movie: expectations without instructions. Fletcher makes Neiman play, leading him to believe that he's good enough to join his band. But before Neiman can even finish playing, Fletcher leaves the room. Then, to even crush his spirits more, he comes back in to grab his coat, which was completely intentional.
Oopsie daisy. Forgot my jacket.
Making Neiman believe that he might have had a chance, or maybe he changed his mind, but in actuality, Fletcher just came back to rub it in that he wasn't good enough. Now, why does this scene matter? Well, it shows us the mind games that will be played throughout the rest of the movie. The idea that Fletcher will constantly be trying to play with the characters, and yeah, he does. Fletcher in this movie is the power. He lets that be known by his tone, his movements, his discipline. There aren't any consequences for him. He is unstoppable, and he only has one goal, which is to make the main character stronger. And that's honestly my favorite type of antagonist, one who doesn't want the main character to fail, but to make him even stronger. I think it's such a cool idea for the antagonist to want to make the hero stronger, but the only way for growth is through pain and struggle. I was reading a book called The Art of Not Giving an F. In the book, they talk about dreams. They talk about how so many of us want something in life. We want wealth, we want power, we want to achieve our dreams, or so we think so. But we're unwilling to work outside our comfort zone. We don't want to compromise the comfort that we have for growth. And so we don't move. When we truly want something, you will work for it. And so if you aren't willing to work for it right now, then you never really wanted it. You never really wanted your dream. You really never wanted wealth. You never really wanted power. This idea has been my thought process for a while. I used to want to make a YouTube channel. I used to want to sell my art and do art things. And I wanted to do all these things, and for a while, I didn't do them. Until one day, my want for my dreams outweighed my fears. The idea of getting to the end of my life and not achieving what I wanted to haunts me. So what does this all have to do with Whiplash and Fletcher? Simple. He saw potential in Neiman, but the only way he could grow was when he was being pushed to his absolute limits and didn't rely on his own skills. Throughout the movie, Fletcher is constantly trying to push his students to their limit, especially Neiman, constantly testing them not only on their music knowledge and their abilities, but also their willpower. He favors people who are confident over people who are right. Shown in the scene where someone in the band is off-key, he forces everyone in the line to play, until he reaches someone who thinks they are off-key and kicks them out of the band. Then he reveals that this person wasn't even off-key, but they lacked the confidence and unwillingness to stand up for themselves, so they got kicked out, which he said was even worse than not knowing and playing wrong. He's constantly trashing people in his band. Neiman gets asked personal questions, and then Fletcher uses those personal questions to make Neiman cry. He also gives Neiman a chance to have a role in the competition and then takes it away. But also while doing all these negative things, he also gives him a lot of chances to show himself. While you could say that Fletcher's just a jerk and I'm overthinking his whole role in this movie, I feel like if you look deeper, he's trying to prepare the people for the hardships of pursuing your dream. No matter how you feel, no matter what the circumstances are in your life, if you're not willing to fight for it, then you never really wanted it in the first place. The message that Fletcher teaches throughout the whole movie is that being good enough and praising yourself constantly isn't going to lead to success. It's the idea that we praise ourselves for nothing, for doing the bare minimum, and we give up on the first real obstacle we face, and then we throw in the towel when things get hard. But for those who continue to work hard, to those who push themselves day out and day in, those people are the ones who make it. The final half of the movie shows the most important lesson that Fletcher was trying to teach since the moment he appeared on screen. The first thing he does is make Neiman question himself. He continues to do that throughout the whole movie, to the point where he goes insane and gives up playing drums, showing us that he didn't really want to become the best drummer because he gave up. Then, when he gets a chance to play in Fletcher's band again, he does it. He brings out his drums, and Fletcher gives him this false sense of confidence, this false sense of comfort, making Neiman play the drums once again, not because he wanted to, but because someone said that he was good enough to play, therefore giving him the right to play the drums again. As soon as he gets praise from someone about playing the drums, it becomes easy again, and he starts playing again. But when the show starts, and it's revealed that Fletcher screwed him over by not giving him the right music, this is the most important scene. This is the true test. Neiman, after screwing up, after things got hard, he ran off stage and was immediately comforted by his dad, making him feel good about the fact that he gave up drumming. This comfort was the reason why there was a lack of growth. But Neiman decides to drum again. But for himself, he decides to push through this hard moment and run back on stage and drum. But for him, not for Fletcher. This is the only time we see Neiman drum his heart out, not out of rage or hate, but out of full confidence in himself. See, Fletcher throughout the movie made people insecure, constantly questioning themselves, and no one ever challenged him. No one ever believed in their own strength. All of them gave their power to him, their future to him, into someone else's hands. And so, in this final scene, Neiman finally takes that power back. And notice how Fletcher checks Neiman one last time, as a final test, asking him what he's doing, questioning why he's drumming off key, off the band, off of what he had planned, and Neiman instructs Fletcher on what to do.
Andrew, what are you doing, man? I'll cue you.
And when this happens, Fletcher smiles, showing us that Fletcher finally won. His goal throughout the whole movie, his whole career, was to make someone become a legend, to make someone go past their limits and achieve their dream. And in this moment, he had finally done it. Fletcher to me is the most important part of Whiplash. He represents something that has been thrown away in the name of peace. I'm not saying that we should push ourselves or belittle ourselves or be hard on ourselves, but we must keep moving forward. Fletcher is the perfect antagonist, yet the best motivator. His complexities and his harsh methods are the reason why he comes to mind as a villain. But also, he makes me wonder, is he right or is he wrong? Obviously his methods aren't okay, but at the same time, he pushes people past their limits. He makes me realize that my own comforts are the only reason why I might not be able to achieve my dream. Whiplash is a peak movie and something I really enjoy watching when I feel a lack of passion, because it always leaves me feeling inspired, not to just follow my dreams for anyone else, but to follow my dreams for myself. And that I can't allow myself to get too comfortable, because when you get comfortable, you can't grow anymore. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Like and subscribe. I know it's something new, but comment down below if you like this. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.